Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Wednesday workout. It's Des here, just looking to check in and hopefully offer a bit of midweek motivation and encourage you guys to keep at it. Going to try and make it brief today. It's not something I always look to do. Had a really busy day, as ever, on a Wednesday. On my way back from the running club, managed to get in another run today, on top of yesterday, on top of the 10k I did on Sunday. So feeling really good about my own personal activity. Really important for me to build that. But on a Wednesday I speak a lot of the time when I don't get a parkrun vlog in. And apologies for that, I've not done one of those this week. I actually made a decision on Friday evening that I wasn't going to get up early. I barely ever get a Saturday to myself. And with the lack of football and the lack of plans, which I was looking forward to, really sort of appreciated the fact I didn't have to get up too early. Comfortable with that decision because I'm starting to feel much better about the activity I am actually doing. And like I said, on a Wednesday, it's always about sort of getting in a Wednesday workout, using some of that motivation we've built up through the week. Of course, for myself, it's been a bit indifferent this week. It's probably the best way to describe it. Been a little bit preoccupied with my thoughts about that big game on Sunday, Forest going to Wembley. And I may as well mention it now. I always say, try not to bring it in too much and make this about football, because it's definitely not about football. It's about sort of trying to be that little bit better within ourselves and be positive and enthusiastic. But of course it's something that works for me. And as the first 2 days, Monday motivation and Tuesday training, check out those videos, have almost been chalk and cheese. I think it's probably a good time to mention the fact that I've not actually thought about the whole occasion that much today. I have been that busy. I have been pressing on. I had my work to do. I've had plenty of things to do this afternoon in preparation for other things. And then the running club, of course, sort of consumes my time. Not in a bad way, in a fantastic way. It's brilliant. Another absolutely brilliant running session where I got so much from it personally. I just mentioned that there, the consistency of what I do, but also just a brilliant sort of feel good, nice social occasion. Lots of guys sort of came along, and it's a social run anyway, so lots of us stay behind, and we really got a lot from it. Now it's just about sort of making my way home, getting in a few extra steps, probably burning off a bit of the food I ate afterwards, which we tend to do, stick around, have good fun. And like I say, it's just sort of took my mind off everything a little bit, off all those sort of thoughts about Wembley and the big occasion. And Monday I was really positive. Tuesday I wasn't feeling quite the same. Like I say, do check those videos. It does make sense when you watch them back to back. I've looked at it myself. I've made a point of re-watching those to see what I was talking about and to see if it did make sense. But today it's just been a case of where I was on Monday again, just pushing forward, almost trying to push it to the back of my mind. I guess what I allowed to happen, and this might be wrong, it might be right, was I guess a few nerves might be kicking in, so my emotions are a little bit all over the place. And I know some people say there's more to life than football, but I always say I've invested a lot of time, effort and energy and money and all these things into this passion of mine. So it's important for me to sort of experience the highs as well as all the lows we've had to endure. And again, a little bit of nerves over the result, over the potential result, might just be throwing my thoughts a little bit, riding that wave of emotions. The excitement sometimes means we don't know exactly where we're at, or we can get a bit anxious and the anxieties kick in. And again, it's sometimes hard to tell whether you're being positive or negative. Right now, I'm back to that point, like I say, of just pushing it behind me a tad. It's still there, it's still in the forefront of everybody's mind. Everybody I speak to is asking about Wembley and what I'm doing on the day and how I'm looking forward to it. But one of the best things I can do is do all the things that keep me ticking through the week. I spoke last night about having that accountability of Tuesday really helped put me back into a better position yesterday, and then getting out this evening for a run, it's just made me feel great about the running again. That's 3 and 4 days with no repercussions of injuries or too much tiredness. Made 1 or 2 slight changes to allow that to happen. Took one session out this week, which I put a lot of pressure on myself to take part in. So again, it's just about finding ways to make it work, isn't it? Finding ways to make it work for the running, finding ways to make it work for what I'm looking forward to by using the running. Sometimes we just have to sort of rejig things. And I keep reiterating, Wednesday's a great time to almost check in, realise how it's going, make a few tweaks, change it here and there, and go again. And I have to do that tomorrow. So all the work I've kind of done today is in preparation for a new plan tomorrow. I'll actually be hosting a quiz at the local pub. All sounds good fun. Didn't realise how much work goes into it, but I'm not scared of that, I'm not concerned. So again, it's just about readjusting things but keeping my mind on that as well, not getting too carried away with everything else. I spoke about on Monday when I was encouraging people to just be calm when something's on the horizon, when something exciting's happening. It's easy to sort of let any little niggle or thing, anything sort of sway your attention and take your mind away from it, and almost all the positive energy becomes pent up energy and it becomes a negative. So whilst I was encouraging that, I think just by default and just by subconscious messages I'm probably relaying to myself by saying it here, it's just sent me back to that place to keep pushing on, and that's all we do on a Wednesday. That's all I ever encourage, is just to keep pushing through, check in, see where we are, where it could be a little bit better, where it's working. It just feels like a great opportunity, doesn't it? It's called hump day, because of the fact it's in the middle of the working week. If we can sort of get over the top of it, break the back of it, and still have a smile on the face, still be positive, that's all that really matters. So that's kind of all I want to say today, guys. And again, after those last 2, they've really sort of come straight from the heart. Those I said on both of them that I wasn't sure I'd be able to convey the message as sort of articulate as I needed to, but came out really well. I had some absolutely amazing feedback, lovely feedback from those where people have understood what I've been saying, related to it. And as I always say about DOdaily, for whatever reason people think I do this, it's just about helping people understand that we all experience the same things or very similar things. It's not about trying to preach or trying to tell people that they need to go running or they need not to be like this or they need to enjoy this. It's not about that. It's just about helping people realise that at times we all experience the same or similar things. I won't say the same because there's always a slight difference to it, but that's what it's been this week. And when people have come back to me and said that, that's absolutely brilliant. Somebody actually said about my vlog yesterday, it's probably one of the best ones I've done. Whether that's strictly true or not, it probably is for them because it's the most relevant to their situation, the most relevant to what they're thinking and what's sort of on their mind at present. And that's all I'm trying to do, is be that sort of point where at times people just sort of go, yeah, he is actually talking a little bit of sense, he is living it in an honest and relatable and realistic way. And I don't mind sort of tapping into that. I'll keep sort of doing what I do because I love doing it, for a start. I'll keep doing it because I want to make a difference, and for the reasons I've just said, it's really, really important to me. But like I say, Wednesday for me is about that check-in. I'm checking in a good place, really ready to keep attacking the week. The important thing about activity for me as well, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, is sometimes I use it as a pre-match run. So I have to keep doing it, don't I? I have to keep getting out there because it's a great way of sort of focusing on my mind, on what I'm doing in the present, rather than looking too far ahead, letting the excitement, getting carried away with the excitement, or getting bogged down with things that might upset me. It's just important just to keep pushing through. That's all. When you go out for a run, even a walk, it's one step in front of the other. You know, it's time to take some time for yourself, get a bit of headspace, you know, clear it all a bit, process it, and push on. Until Thursday thoughts, if you've got any questions for that, again, I've got to give it a bit of thought how I'm going to deliver this on top of my new plans. But I'd love to get some of your questions to have a go at. Again, I want to make it about as much about other people as it is about my own feelings. I want people to ask me how I deal with this, or how I approach this subject, or what I think about this. Absolutely anything, you know, because again, that's the way the brain works, isn't it? We think about all sorts of different things, you know, and whatever's on your mind, I'd love to have a go at. So if you've got any questions, please tap into any of the social media, which will come up at the end, on the end screen, or email me, des@dorunning.org.uk. I'd love to give them a go, and whilst I've stepped into this particularly dark bit, I think it'd be a great opportunity to check yourself out, understand where you're at, guys, and make sure you keep just doing it.